hand bicycle. The handsicle, yeah. That's right.
I like it. What is going on, crypto fam? Welcome back to Sin City Crypto. I'm one of your co-hosts here, David. We are coming at you live from Global Studios in Sin City, Nevada with another one of our live shows. One more day until Blockchain Parlay. I like how that rhymed. That was pretty good. Real quick, before we get into the content, we are not financial advisors. Do your own research. With that being said, let me introduce you to the man who is so hyped up right now. He's had 6 cups of coffee, and he's ready. Big Rob, what's that?
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we are entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel. We take the old, the boring, the stale information, and we package it up in a fun and sexy way. Also, quick shout out to Global Media. They help us broadcast to other channels than just YouTube. And then, here, we don't just do live streams. We also do deep dives. Just the live stream, though, check out the deep dives. And then, we're a young and growing channel. So, if you could like the video, we'd appreciate it. If you could subscribe, we'd appreciate it. And if you could hit that notification bell, because only 60 of our subscribers are notified, we'd appreciate that too. And what the hell wrong with you? Why haven't you hit the bell yet? Why haven't you hit the bell yet?
A lot of appreciation going around today. I like it.
You know, I appreciate. Oh, speaking of appreciation, let me appreciate the chat today. Today, the chat was nice, and it was a lot of buzz going on in there. So we launched our going live a little earlier, and to my surprise, it filled up, and everyone's been tapping away at the keyboard there. So excited to see that. If you didn't already know, YouTube likes an active chat, and then in turn, they'll suggest our video to some new people. And what happens when they suggest to new people? New people start watching the show. New people start watching the show. We get our numbers up, and when our numbers are up, what happens? We get the Vegas party.
Yeah.
We're going to open up the club. We didn't open up the club all week today. All week.
Some bullshit.
You know?
It's your fault.
So when we get to 21 viewers, we are going to open up the club. So I have a feeling today is the day.
Today's the day.
Today's the day. We're going to get 21 viewers. We're going to open up the club. We're going to have a Vegas party.
I like it.
So really excited by that. So just keep the chat nice and active.
You know what's not appreciating?
What's that?
Yo money.
Yo money?
It's actually depreciating.
Good.
You like that segue?
That was a nice segue.
That was a good segue. All right.
I'm actually very surprised. You know, David was straight dragging ass today, and then the camera turns on, full of energy.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm made
there's a little switch there. I've been like knocking on his head all day. I'm like, David.
I've been a little gimp this morning. Had to go to quick care real quick, but I'm good. I'm here. That's all that matters.
You live, baby.
We live.
You alive. We live.
Shout outs.
Yeah. So shout out to DFib, my homie.
Of course you do.
You know I got to shout out to DFib. What's up, my homie? DFib. Now, also Chef Murder. We have Olga. We have Angie. We got HP in the house. Stereo 2. Welcome back. And as well, Russell here. First person in the chat was Russell today. So you get a prize. The prize is
Air hug.
Air hug. Yeah, there we go. So now
in for more prizes.
yeah, so crypto is moving, man. You know, we're seeing a $45,000 Bitcoin.
Yes.
Markets are looking good.
Juicy.
Well, the crypto markets are looking good. We're going to kind of touch on the traditional markets, at least with Wall Street. We got some big news on the inflation numbers were just released as well.
So bad.
We got some really cool articles we're going to be touching on. So really excited for the show. Make sure you stay tuned for its entirety, because you don't want to miss any of the juicy content we got coming on. And not only did I have a cup of coffee, but also doubling it down with Red Bull today. Not a sponsorship, just a hyper ship.
That was not funny.
Not funny. Yeah, I know that. I dropped the ball on that one. So anyways,
were you shocked when the inflation numbers came out that the crypto market didn't tank like it did last time? Because the numbers are worse than they were a month or 2 months ago.
Not shocked, but here's the thing. Like, if you're trying to, if you've watched Michael Saylor at all, his narrative is always, oh, hyperinflation, money is going down the drain. How do you protect your money? The world's greatest asset moves at the speed of light, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, Michael Saylor is always talking about hyperinflation. And in doing so, he always references, like, it doesn't matter what asset you invest in if it's confined in the borders of the country, if they have an inflation problem. So with Venezuela, for example, that's the one he loves using. So with Venezuela, he's like, it doesn't matter if you invest in stocks or if you keep your money or you're in 401k. He's like, it doesn't matter. The economy in itself, the money is so far inflated that like you have nowhere to protect your money, with the exception of crypto. And so it doesn't surprise me that we had a new release on our inflation numbers, staggering inflation as far as what the Fed says is acceptable. The inflation numbers from the Fed are probably way lower than it actually is, but that's for another discussion.
What was it, 7.5?
Yeah, so we'll pull up the article. We're going to jump right into our inflation numbers here. So
if go ahead, Freddie. So if inflation
surges
at 7.5% a year, your $100 will be worth zero in 13 years. Literally, if you had $100 in your bank right now, and inflation kept at 7.5% a year for the next 13 years, your $100 will turn into zero.
Well, yeah, mathematically that doesn't work. It's just going to keep getting smaller. It might be close to zero, but
I'm saying could be worse. Anyways,
yeah.
Let's go over this article. Inflation surges 7.5% on an annual basis, even more than expected and the highest since 1982. Can we really trust the numbers they're giving us? A lot of people are speculating and saying that number is actually a lot higher because they don't take into account the housing market.
And they do take into account housing market. It's just like it's a very small percentage of what it is. I mean, let's be real.
And from my understanding, they're not taking into account the food, right?
Well, what's your biggest bill you have?
My mortgage.
Yeah, exactly. So that should theoretically be, and for most people, I would assume your rent or your mortgage is your highest expenditure. It makes sense. So if you're going to calculate the CPI,
unless you got a badass car.
Yeah, if you're going to calculate the CPI, the
consumer price index.
Yeah, the consumer price index, aka inflation, that should be your biggest factor. And they're saying that inflation for your home has only went up 4%.
Bullshit.
I have a house, and I literally went in from 2021, early 2021 to now. And my home prices went up way more than 4%. It's probably been more like,
put it to you this way.
Probably been up more like 25%.
I bought my house in July 2020 for $360,000, and it is now worth close to $500,000 in less than 2 years. What's the math on that?
Why don't you liquidate it, move in with me, and then buy some Bitcoin?
I like everything you said except move in with me. I'd rather go move in with the homeless guy down the street and share a tent with him than have to deal with you outside of the show. If you guys don't know this, Robin and I don't really hang out outside the studio.
I see way too much of his face as is. So
I love the guy, but when I'm away from him, there's only so much of Robin you can handle. So many blueberry stories.
Oh man, I got
clear Pepsi stories.
I got a lot of great stories.
Yeah, so many good stories. So are we doing the Robin Storytime Corner or not?
We should. Robin Story.
Let us know in the chat. Type 1 if you want a Robin Storytime Corner, where Robin will share a story, 2-3 minute story every single day.
Oh,
that'll brighten your day.
Absolutely.
Or bore you to death.
That sounds like it.
It's like a roll the dice. We're in Vegas, so we roll the dice. You're either going to crap out.
Great.
You're going to roll a 7. It's going to be a great story, or it's going to crap out. Most of the time, he's going to crap out.
That is, of all the ideas you've proposed, I think this is hands down your finest achievement, your greatest moment.
Wow.
David, thank you.
You're welcome.
For your hard work.
Come over and give me a hug?
No. Air hug.
Okay.
There it is.
So let me go back. Let's go back to the article, Donnie, and I'm going to read a couple of things here I highlighted. The CPI, well, Robin mentioned, Consumer Price Index, for all items rose 0.6% in January, driving up the annual inflation rate by 7.5%. The CPI for January, which measures the cost of dozens of everyday consumer goods, rose 7.5% compared with a year ago. So it's not at 7.5%. It rose by 7.5%. And then this is the highest it's been since 1982. And looky, what are the markets doing? Oh, I see red.
Oh, there's blood in the streets.
There's blood on the charts. So the S&P is down 1.43%. Now, it might not seem like a lot, but we're talking about a $40 trillion plus asset. So 1%, you are wiping out Ethereum.
400 billion.
From 400 billion from the market.
400 billion at 1%. 1.5. You're at 600 billion.
Yeah.
Damn.
You got.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine waking up and losing 600? You know, like you look at your portfolio, you're like, I went down from 80,000 to 45,000. That kind of sucks. Could you imagine waking up and then being
that math doesn't make sense, but
being down $600 billion? That's
well, that's 600 billion total. That's not your personal.
No, I know, but I'm just saying whoever kind of runs and oversees S&P 500, you know,
BlackRock's probably down a shitload of money.
You know what?
Speaking of BlackRock, huge BlackRock news.
Everybody put a 1 in the chat, David.
They did?
Chef, HP, DFib, Stereo, and Russell all put 1s in the chat. So
okay,
we will formulate a what is the name of this? What is the name of this segment?
Robin's Story Times or Robin's Corner.
Robin's Story Time, huh?
Robin's Story Time Corner. No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What do you guys think? Let us.
Okay, here we're gonna start this off today. I'm gonna give you a story. Okay.
No. Wait.
No. This is gonna be our first.
We gotta have music in the back.
No, this is gonna be our first section. Okay. Tell you a story, okay?
Go ahead. If you go over 2 minutes, though, I'm stopping.
Okay, so
you.
2 minutes. All right. All right. 2 minutes. Here we go.
Give him the floor.
Robin's story time. Okay. I was once a young pup. I was probably
Good job, bro. That was good.
8 years old. I was an adolescent in the world, and I'm a sucker for cats.
Real quick, spell adolescent.
Shh, my time. So, I'm a big cat guy. You know, I love cats, man. Kittens are cute. You know. And then when I was little, I didn't have to clean the critter litter box, so I got all the positives but none of the negatives. Anyway, so we go to the mall. I get to pick out the cat. I got my brother and sister there. They're a lot older than me. I'm the young one. Mom's like, you can pick out the cat. So I pick out the cat, and then they also let me pick out the name. So we all get a cat, and I get to name the cat. I picked it out.
Can I guess what the name is?
So here's the thing. So the cat is all black.
Okay.
With white paws.
Why would you get a black cat? Aren't those things bad luck?
White paws.
Those things are bad luck.
And it also had like a white stomach, okay? And so I got to name the cat. Guess what I named the cat?
Robin.
Rainbow. What? And my brother and sister.
The black cat Rainbow?
Yeah, my brother and sister were like, that's so stupid. And then I was like, I want to name him Rainbow. And then my mom was like.
How old are you?
I was like 8 years old.
Uh-huh.
So anyways, we had a black and white cat named Rainbow. So that's our first story. Okay.
You know what I'm curious. Okay, so I'm curious the people that hop in the chat, like we had 2 people hop in the chat because I'm looking at the numbers. We have 2 people hop in the chat, and then they come and start hearing a rainbow cat. Like, what the fuck? I thought this was a crypto.
You know, we could one day
we
could one day make a meme coin. Black and white.
We
can,
are. Listen,
and we're gonna.
There will be a day when we launch Sin City Coin. I'm telling you, it'll be tied to our channel. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, man. Because then it essentially, you know, it might not work out good.
Why? Because you don't like meme coins, right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not a big meme coin guy. So.
I guess we'll talk about that.
All right. So markets are down, traditional markets. However, Bitcoin is up. So why is all this happening? Inflation numbers are out. Let's go right into the hot take, baby.
Let's do it.
It's hot.
Ooh, that's fire, baby.
You know what, Robin? I want you to bring in the hot take today.
All right. I'm bringing him.
That was a really long graphic. Donnie, you're fired.
So,
let me chuck this Red Bull real quick.
Get this Red Bull going. All right. So, today's hot take. What are you doing to protect yourself from hyperinflation? What is your go-to plan? Let's say next month.
Easy.
Let's say next month, instead of it being 7.5, because last month it was 7.2 or 7.1.
Yeah.
And the month before was 6.9. Let's say next month it's 8.4.
Yeah.
And then the following month it's 9.7. And then the following month it's 12.5. What are you going to do? How are you going to position yourself to protect your hard-earned money, your assets from inflation?
Easy. I'm going to sell.
What say you, David?
I'm going to sell 2 of your kidneys.
2 of them? Both of them?
Both of them, yeah. Which means you would cease to exist. Which means I can move on the show the way it's supposed to be. Just kidding. So the 2 things you can do, right, in my opinion. First, you can make more money. Find a job, become an entrepreneur, start a business, whatever the case may be. You can make more money to keep up with inflation. But if you don't want to take time away from, your time, your family's time, just to keep up with inflation. The other thing you can do is invest your money and put your money in places that are going to at minimum keep up with inflation, if not beat inflation. And what asset class can you go to? Can you go to your savings account at Chase or Bank of America? No. Can you go to the S&P 500? Possibly. You'll be keeping up with inflation at best majority of the time. Can you go to bonds? No. Can you can possibly put your money in some life insurance products that offer a minimum floor, blah, 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 blah. But you know where I'm going with this. Bitcoin has compounded 216% every single year since 2010. Since 2010, if you had money in Bitcoin, 216%, compounded into another 216%, compounded into another 216%. So you get where I'm going. Two things: make more money, put your money in an asset that will outpace or keep up with inflation. In my opinion, it's crypto. It's crypto. It's Bitcoin. It's the top projects. That's what I got.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: if you're not getting an annual raise of at least 8%, then you're falling behind. You're basically losing value on yourself. Your checking account, your savings account, what you can go and buy. You're losing purchasing power. You're losing value. You're getting poorer every day. And the sad thing is that majority of Americans, I don't know the percentages, but a majority of Americans only have like $1,000 in their savings account.
68.94%.
Yeah, so it's
I made that number up.
So it's just a ton of people are living paycheck to paycheck. And in doing so, every paycheck you're earning less money. I mean, if you look at the price of gas, everyone drives. You look at the price of a house, that goes up. So food is up.
My wife went to the grocery store, and typically, because I have 3 kids, a wife. Typically, a weekly grocery run is right around $220.
I read an article.
She bought almost the same exact thing and it costs almost $300.
I just read an article yesterday. It was an announcement. Whatever the parent company is for the Oreo cookies and Ritz crackers,
Nabisco.
So they are raising the prices by 7%. So now your Oreos will cost you 7% more effective immediately. So that's just one instance. I wish I would have pulled the article up. It was a good one, but
that would have helped.
Yeah, but hey, man, I'm telling you, it's here, it's in your face, and if you haven't seen or dealt with inflation, then I don't know.
We are right. This is so sad.
I didn't even answer the question. So hold on. Here's my hot take. What am I going to do about fighting inflation? Okay. First of all, invest in assets. Invest in assets, first of all. Now, even if you're not into crypto, I'm sure if you're watching the show, you're into crypto, obviously.
100%.
But if you're not, if you just happen to come across our channel, you haven't really dabbled into crypto, at least, bare minimum, invest in like the S&P 500 or something. Because at least as you print money, more money flows into companies. Yeah, there's inflation, but there's more money, more physical dollars coming in percentage-wise because there's more dollars in circulation, and the top 500 companies are collecting the most dollars. So anyways, I would first start by investing in the S&P 500 if you want no exposure to crypto. At least do something. Just at least put some of your money outside of your checking account and savings account because you're literally just bleeding yourself to death. So that would be my first recommendation. That's it. Like if my dad doesn't own any crypto, and I don't really see him buying crypto. And so if my advice to him would be, go pick up some gold, even though I'm not, I would never buy gold, but hey, you know what? That's his time frame.
And Robert,
gold, S&P 500, but then
I want to throw a number at you before you get off S&P 500. So the index has returned a historic annualized average return of around
500?
Yep, of around 10.5% since 1957.
So on average, you're going to get a 10% return year over year on the S&P 500, which is pretty damn good.
That's pretty good.
Now, in comparison to Bitcoin, which
it ain't shit compared to Bitcoin,
where I would keep my hedge against inflation would be with Bitcoin, followed by other crypto assets, but predominantly Bitcoin, especially if I'm new to the crypto scene. 216% annual compounded interest year over year.
Over the last 12 years, bro.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
And in
Show
the
me another
history,
asset that did
in
that.
the history of Bitcoin, if you've bought Bitcoin and held it for at least 4 years, you have always made money.
Always.
And you can see from the big hack that happened yesterday, $70 million worth of Bitcoin was stolen from Bitfinex's exchange. Lo and behold, they find it 6 years later, and it's now worth $3.6 billion.
That's insane.
And so think about that hold. And Leon, what's up, bro? Welcome back, my dude. I haven't seen you in a while. Anything else you want to add to this inflation thing here?
Did you finally answer the question?
I did. I'm gonna go and invest in crypto and Bitcoin specifically.
What do you think
if you don't want exposure to crypto, at least
Robin, what do you think?
something.
What do you think about using real estate as a hedge?
Yeah, I mean, you can do real estate. Real estate's a great option. You could,
and I feel like once they start tokenizing homes, it'll be so much easier. Because, I can find 100 people that got $50K to invest in a $5 million home. Is that math correct?
yeah, I don't know.
Versus one person who's got $5 million to invest.
Honestly, as much as we hype up crypto here, it is by far, I think, the best asset to invest in. If you have more of a short-term window, there is a lot of volatility in crypto, and it might not be the best place for you to store your money. In the short term, if you're trying to put some money in and remove it in 8 months or a year, it might not be the best place to put your cash, honestly. So I'm not, even though we're a crypto channel, I'll tell you, like S&P 500 is probably a better 1 year. It's a safer play. Same thing with real estate. We understand that real estate is just going to grow slowly up. Now, there is a chance you could have a housing crash, highly unlikely, but if you bought some real estate today, you held on to it for 1 year, maybe a year and a half, I think that's a very safe, almost guaranteed profit there. Hedge against inflation.
People are never going to stop needing
But
homes.
I mean, if you're looking for the long-term thing, if you're putting money into a 401k and you don't plan on cashing that thing out for 20 years, stop it.
Put it in crypto.
Stop it. Get out of there. Like, what are you doing?
Unless
go get some crypto. Go get some Bitcoin right now.
Unless your company matches.
Yeah.
Like a company I used to work for, we had a
What
401k, but they didn't match. So this is literally.
What if your employer? Let's do that as a hot take tomorrow. We're gonna line up the hot take for tomorrow. What if your employer matched a crypto deposit? Say you locked it up for 20 years. 20 years staking on a crypto deposit for your retirement. 20-year lockup, couldn't touch it, and your employer.
What's the hot take going to be? Would you do it or not? Let's do it right now. Yes, I would. Would you do it?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. All right, hot take for tomorrow's done, guys.
Architect, what's up, my dude? You missed story time, Architect. We got a new segment. It was great. It was one of my finest moments.
Yeah, it's great. All you need to know is Black Cat Rainbow. Okay, all right. Let's go on to our next segment. We're gonna get into the chitter chat of the talking points. Before I get in real quick, Donnie, what? There was a question HP asked.
You do realize that every time you tap on your desk, the microphone picks it up, right?
HP, you guys think gold and silver can help, or is its history done with the invention of Bitcoin?
I don't think gold and silver is going anywhere because of Bitcoin. I think they can live side by side. I think they're both better hedges of inflation.
Gold has depreciated in value in correlation to the inflation. Gold has only went up slightly over 1% since 2020, and inflation has outpaced that, obviously.
Yeah.
So if you have stored your money in gold, you have now lost money. So everybody that says gold is an inflation hedge, wrong. Not no more. Sorry. And
so you're saying you won't invest in gold, or you're just saying shouldn't be your main strategy?
The younger demographic is not investing in gold.
Yeah.
And
it's the boomers. The boomers are the ones that are all in on gold and silver.
Here's the thing. Gold, any asset class is treated just in the same manner that a cryptocurrency is, if you're not familiar with trading those assets. So the more money that pours into a coin, for example, the more it's worth. The same can be said with commodities when you look at gold. So if all of a sudden $500 billion pour into gold, what happens to the price of gold? It goes up. But if the younger demographic is saying, I don't want to invest in gold,
which
which is happening.
Numbers show they're
which
not
is
investing.
happening, and because of that, gold isn't a great store for, because there's not as many people investing in it. It's not as good of a store of value.
It's literally
in comparison to
it's
Bitcoin.
supply and demand. There's no demand, price doesn't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm. What are you gonna do with gold? Like, you gonna like cash that thing out and then like put it in a suitcase, melt it down, turn it into like some teeth? Like, what are you gonna do? Like,
Possible.
there is actually some utility for gold. Don't get it twisted.
It's not a meme. It's not a meme commodity.
You got all those little connectors on your computers. They're also all made of gold too.
All right, let's pull up our first article. Bitcoin trades more like a risk asset than an inflation hedge, says Bank of America. A lot of these banks have had a lot to say about crypto recently. Have you noticed that? We had Chase come out and say Bitcoin's target is now 150. We had Wells Fargo yesterday. Now we have Bank of America. While Bitcoiners often advertise the cryptocurrency as an anti-inflationary digital gold, Bank of America says it trades nothing like the sort. A recent company report indicates that the crypto asset moves far more similarly to risk assets such as equities. And risk assets are typified by high... Did I say that right? Typified. Let me know if I'm wrong, guys.
Typified?
I don't think it's typified. I think it's typified. Risk assets are typified by high volatility equities, real estate. I know that just sounds wrong, but hey, if I'm wrong, please correct me, my friends in the chat.
Well,
We're a community here. Help.
David, I have a couple requests here.
Okay.
Can you pull up the price of gold on a trading chart?
Yes.
And can we also, so let's take a look at where's the stock market at? I want to look at, so inflation numbers came out today.
The one we just looked at 5 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
So inflation numbers just came out and the market tanked.
Yes.
And what happened with Bitcoin? Let's take a look at the two. So the 1 day chart or the 24, what happened in the last 24 hours, pull up crypto, specifically Bitcoin, and then pull up the S&P 500 or NASDAQ, whichever one you want to pull up. So Bank of America is stating, Bank of America yesterday came out and said Bitcoin is not an inflation hedge. It's not like gold. It's not like gold. It's not an inflation hedge. That's what that's what Bank of America said yesterday. And you find it?
I'm looking. Keep talking.
Well,
I'll let you know when I'm
pull
ready.
up the Bitcoin chart real quick.
Okay, so I got, okay, all right, here we go.
Okay, so
Here's Bitcoin.
We got Bitcoin holding strong for the day. Oh, it's had a little pullback though.
44.
We were at 45,000. But either way, Bitcoin holding strong, up 3% in the last 24 hours. So the news of inflation broke and Bitcoin has been steadily rising, over 3% for the day. And then if you look at the stock market,
Here's gold right here.
look
to
at
the
that.
left.
Gold down 3% for the day.
No.
Oh,
down
no, 0.7%,
0.17.
3.2%. Oh, that's the
So, yeah, gold is down 0.17%. And, we covered this, but we'll touch on it again. The Dow is down 460 points.
there's
So
your inflation numbers.
Dow is down. Gold is down, even though it's minute. And crypto overall is up, even though it's a very small amount. Typically, the last time, if you guys remember when the inflation report came out, the stock market and the crypto markets just absolutely went in the gutter. Different story this time. The fear and greed index, I checked last night, has crossed over 50, which is good. We were down in the low 20s and 10s for a long time, probably for a couple months. If you're not familiar with the fear and greed index, it essentially measures the sentiment of traders in the market, whether they're feeling fearful or greedy. Typically, you buy when that is fearful and you sell when the meter goes to greed. Right now, we're kind of right in the middle there. So people are seeing what we're seeing. They're seeing inflation is going up. Hey, how can I protect my hard-earned money? And they're looking at charts. They're looking at what kind of returns different markets are getting. And how can you come across Bitcoin 216% year over year compounding interest and just completely ignore it and not for 1 second even think about, hey, maybe I should look into this asset class to put my money into?
Nothing speaks louder to me than the price of gold right now. Will you pull up the chart of gold? I just want to see what it's trading at, not just where we're at in the 24 hours. So if gold is your inflation hedge, gold's price didn't go up. Inflation went up, price didn't go up. So literally the price of gold is exactly correlated to the price of dollar right now. So as the dollar inflates, so does the price of gold.
Gold.
So that's the last month.
1 month.
Where did yeah, look at that.
Chef wants to know if he should sell his gold teeth.
Chef, if you can find a buyer for that, melt that thing down, just sell it ASAP, bro. You know, just as long as you're not pulling it out of, as long as it's not, if it's a grill, absolutely, chef. If it's a grill, sell that thing. If you got to remove some fillings, don't do it.
All right, so I did a line chart, a little easier to see. There was a lot of gaps on the candles. So here you go. This is your 1 month gold chart. So
we're basically at the same, so in 1 month, we started at the same price, right? Roughly, I'm looking at where we opened up.
we opened up at 1818, and we're actually up.
Okay.
We're up over the last 30 days.
What's the yearly chart look like? Pull up the 1 year. Look at that.
It's
Trading sideways.
Yeah, literally for a whole year.
And then if you look at the dollar with inflation, it's not going sideways. It's going down.
It's going
Inflation
diagonal.
out of control. Guys, in the chat, if you have not hit the like button, do us a favor, hit the like button. If you like our content, if you like Chef Murder, if you like David, if you like Leo, if you like the community.
Leo? Who's Leo?
Leon. Leon. I like Leon. I'm glad to see Leon back here. But if you like the community, if you like everybody here, show some love. Spread the likes.
Rob.
You know what I'm saying?
Leon. Okay. All right. So so do you agree? Is Bitcoin a risk asset versus a hedge against inflation? I'm going to say the answer is right in the middle. I don't think either side is wrong. I don't think it's 100% on this side. I don't think it's 100% on this side.
There is volatility with Bitcoin and with
I mean, it's one of the most volatile asset classes. We see a 50% pullback in Bitcoin, and we can literally make that up in 3
But
months.
here's the thing: the volatility is on the short term, and if you look at the chart, if you zoom
And
out,
actually,
zoom out on Bitcoin, it's just constantly going up.
during market, I have the weekly chart pulled up with some trend lines drawn. You'll see on the Trading View. So excited to share that. What do you guys think? Put a 1 in the chat if you think Bitcoin is a hedge against inflation. Put a 2 in the chat if you think that Bitcoin is more of a risk asset class. Let us know what you think.
For sure.
Moving on. The CFTC wants larger role in crypto regulation, and Sam Bankman-Fried agrees. If you're not familiar with Sam Bankman-Fried, he is the CEO of FTX, one of the largest centralized exchanges in the entire world. Did I not highlight anything from here? Damn it, Robin. So Rostin Benham, which is the chairman of the CFTC, is pushing for his agency to take a leading role in regulating digital assets. He maintains that his agency is well positioned to provide market protection for consumers and reduce risks in the space. So we all agree. We can agree. The SEC should not be the arm of the government that regulates crypto. Yes, Robin? Yes?
The CFTC?
SEC should not be the ruling governing body. Okay, yes. Donnie, yes? Okay. So then what should it be then? Should it be the CFTC?
It should be broken down into different parts. So different parts of crypto.
Give us an example.
Okay. So
DeFi.
stable coins should be treated in a manner similar to banks because they do a very similar function. You put money in, you pull money out when you're ready to go buy stuff.
Okay.
Very similar. So stable coins should be treated like a bank. Not the lending part, but that part. And then your lending should be treated like a lender. And then if you happen to do crowdfunding or DAOs or whatever it is, then perhaps the SEC should regulate that because that is pretty similar to stocks. In the same way as if I'm a shareholder at Tesla and I have a gigantic part of it, then I should have some say when it comes to decisions. So very similar to how a DAO works. So maybe that aspect be done by SEC, but the SEC is trying to regulate everything, and then the Treasury Department should regulate other parts that are more similar to currency. So that's how I think it should be broken. It shouldn't be one entity.
What about the idea of creating just a whole nother governing body?
Absolutely not, man.
Why?
It's a headache. There's no need
Start
for
from
it.
scratch. You
There's
can
no need
hire
for it.
people that are actually know what the hell they're talking about.
Just take crypto, break it down into 5 pieces,
That's annoying.
and you know what's you know.
What if I'm sending
I don't
crypto?
I don't trust the government to create an entire new.
But you trust
section.
them to use the governing bodies that are already in
Yeah,
place that
they've
work.
been ironed out. They've.
You're wrong.
Okay,
You're wrong.
I'll just shut up then.
What?
If I'm wrong, I mean,
There you go. Good job.
all right.
All right. Wow. I've never seen that.
Well,
Robin,
every
just
time
seating-
I'll be honest, guys.
That's a first for me.
I'm so sick of hearing this "you're wrong" thing. You ask my opinion, and then I give my opinion. You say you're wrong. So from this point moving forward, anytime David says you're wrong, the conversation ends.
Okay.
So-
So if he goes on a long rant, all I got to do is say you're wrong and you'll
Yeah.
be quiet.
Yeah, but do me a favor. Don't ask me an opinion question, and then say right or wrong, because opinions are opinions. There's
Your opinion
is
does
your
not
favorite
li-
color blue or red? It's blue.
your
wrong. You're wrong.
Your
Get outta
opinion
here,
does
bro.
not line up with my opinion. Robin, is that better?
I honestly, I get irritated when you say you're wrong. I've told you that off air.
There you
I'll tell
go.
that
If
on
you
air.
want to know,
So-
if you want to know how to piss Robin off, just tell him you're wrong
You
when
know
you ask
what?
for his
How about
opinion.
you ask your friend a question? Go home, ask your wife a question, ask her opinion, and then when she
No, not your
says-
wife, 'cause you'll
when
sleep on the
when
couch.
she says something that doesn't align with your opinion, tell them you're wrong. Don't
Don't tell
even-
your wife that because you'll end up sleeping on the couch. But you can tell your friend that because it's okay. Anyways,
That's how you treat your friends.
we're moving on. Robin, you're extra sensitive today. It's too much caffeine. So huge news. So BlackRock, one of the largest asset management firms in the entire world, is offering crypto trading services to its investors. CoinDesk reports that sources close to developments within BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, with over $10 trillion in assets under management, say that the firm has plans around cryptocurrencies. The plans involve allowing its clients, which includes some of the biggest investment funds, to trade cryptocurrencies through its integrated investment management platform called Aladdin. That was a hotel in Vegas a while ago. The service will allow BlackRock's client to borrow from the manager using crypto as collateral, one of the sources said. So, you're going to have a bunch of investors who have $10 trillion in funds on BlackRock, and majority of them will be able to dabble in cryptocurrency. Robin, what are your thoughts?
Pretty bullish. Although big company, or hedge fund, I guess, they're just trying to make They're just trying to make money. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You know, hey, you spend a lot of money buying and selling stocks, or dollar costing into 401ks, or whatever, however you want to term it. Their business model makes them X amount of money in the traditional way, and they're like, hey, if we start selling and trading crypto, we're gonna get X amount of fees. I bet you the fees for those users are gonna be substantially higher than any fee you would get in exchange. So yes, good. You're gonna get tons of exposure to new clients that perhaps are a little weary of opening up an account with Coinbase or Binance or whatever it is. Maybe they're not comfortable with the whole seed phrase thing or whatever. Cool. Good for you. You know what? Get some more people in here. Me personally, I don't trust it. I don't trust that. I don't trust those old powerhouse
Old money
institutions here that just drop 8% fees on everything and act like that's normal.
Robin, I got to say something.
What's up?
You're right.
Oh, thank you.
You're right.
So
I agree. Listen. There's only so much. There's only so long you can sit there and have something literally right in front of your face until you just can't ignore it anymore. You got to say, okay, well, all right. Let me go ahead and look
how
at
much money has left the traditional hedge fund and moved into crypto? So
Exactly.
when you
Just like the banks, right? With stable
exactly. So when you're sitting here, when you're in your board meeting and you got some guy with a freaking either Microsoft PowerPoint presentation or his dry erase marker or whatever it is.
Chalkboard.
Nobody uses chalkboard no more. Get out of here. So, anyways,
do.
however they're presenting it, their numbers are all red, just like the stripe here. They're like, hey, we're bleeding here, and then somebody like raise their hand like, well, where's the money going, bro? And then Mr. Tight Ass gets up and he's like, well, a lot of the money is going to cryptocurrency and blah blah blah. And anyways, somebody comes up, I got a great plan. Let's open up our own exchange. Like, they're like, boom, like, give that man a raise. Give that man a raise. Like, get out of here. And anyways, they're just going to tag those stupid fees, that 8% trading fee, the 7%, or if you're all of a sudden, a $1 billion investor, you get a good deal. You get 3%. Now, in comparison... In comparison to your 1% trading fee on Coinbase, you know what? For me, cool. Bring more people into space. I'm sticking to my traditional exchanges. Coinbase, what's up, baby? Can we get a promo code? How you doing?
That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to our next article. I found this extremely funny. The Central Bank of Ireland nixes crypto funds, said, quote, it is too difficult for a retail investor. The central bank feels that there is too much risk for retail investors who lack the expertise needed to trade crypto, but professional investors are welcome to continue trading. The Central Bank of Ireland has stated that it is unlikely to approve investment funds for retail crypto investors because they lack the know-how to navigate the high-risk asset class. So this was very, very funny to me, right? They're essentially saying we are too stupid to figure out how to open up an account on an exchange.
When you say we, are you Irish? That's my first question.
Aye, laddie. They're saying we're too stupid. No, I can't do Irish. I'm not good at that. But they're saying we're too stupid to figure out how to open an account, put money into it, buy and hold crypto. So if you're a big investor, no problem.
Yeah, if you're a whale, then hey. Basically, they're just trying to keep the money in the rich people's pockets. Essentially, is what's happening. They want to keep the poor, and it's the same with Wall Street, or it's the same with stock trading with a lot of countries. Here in the U.S., essentially, we do have a lot of freedoms with trading. A lot of other countries, it's a privilege. You have to file for a license a lot of times to trade stocks, and so it's a way that the government keeps the rich people happy, and it keeps them in that section, and it removes the possibility of earning a living from investing. And this is just another example of that. Another funny thing we happen to pull up. So I was curious. We're reading this article. I was like, Donnie, do me a favor. Look up Google. Take a look at Google. Is gambling legal in Ireland? And guess what? Guess what the reports were? Guess what the answer was, David?
Yes.
Yes.
You know what else is legal?
So for the citizens and people of Ireland, you are responsible enough to go in and lose all your money on the blackjack table, on the roulette table, on sports betting, but yet you are not competent enough to go and make investment decisions with cryptocurrency. That is not smart. We're protecting you, but take your hard-earned money, visit our nice casinos that we have, visit our, it's mind-boggling to me.
I don't.
Everything's backwards.
I mean, I don't know if there's anything.
Keep the rich people rich.
I don't think there's anything else to say about it. This article speaks for itself. It's just, it irritates. So when I say you're wrong, irritates you. What irritates me is when people just try to control the decisions you make and hide behind, we know what's best for you. BS, man, BS. I earn my money.
Perhaps before the invention of the internet, maybe you could make a case for that. Like you would have to call an investment broker, and you obviously would need to. How would you learn about Wall Street? How would you learn about trading? How would you learn about short positions and long positions if you didn't go to college for it? And perhaps there was a time where an uneducated
50
investor.
years ago?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 50 years ago, maybe these laws made sense, but now there's no need for it. If you want to go invest or buy stocks or open up a long position or open up a short position, you can easily figure out what that terminology is by simply Googling it.
Not
And
only that,
you can watch YouTube shows.
a lot of these platforms will have everything there for you. They'll have tutorial videos for you. They'll have frequently asked questions. So, like, stop thinking we're stupid. All right, maybe we're just too smart, and you guys are trying to hold us back, which is exactly what it sounds like.
Ras Al Ghul, what's up, bro?
Ra's al Ghul's CyberKong's in the house. What's up?
You know, here's the thing. The thing that also doesn't make sense to me. You would figure there would be some pressure by the exchanges to let the retail investors in, because then you're getting more exposure. You're going to have more volume. You're going to get more fees from the trade. So, from the outside looking in, it should be a no-brainer. Hey, open this thing up to everybody. Let's all make some taxes off of it instead of trying to pigeonhole it.
Look at Russia, $13 billion just from crypto taxes.
Yeah, well, that's their estimated
Right.
return.
Right.
For
Could be
making
more,
it
could be
legal.
less.
So,
Crypto Sensei, what's up, my dude?
you know, we're only 4 people away from opening up the club.
We have 17?
Yeah, we're at 17. And Crypto Sensei, where you been at, man? Where you been at? I want to know.
Dojo.
I want to know.
You know what? Speaking of senseis, have you seen Cobra Kai?
I watched
show
the
on
first.
Netflix?
I watched like the first 3 episodes. I never got back into it though.
Badass.
Is it good?
So dope. You watched the original Karate Kid movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, gotta watch it, bro.
You know, growing up,
Phenomenal.
a lot of people said it looked like Ralph
Danielson.
Macchio, bro.
You do kind of look like Ralph Macchio. Put the camera on him. It's Ralph Macchio in the flesh.
Bro, I'm telling you, I don't know what happened, but I got this haircut one time, and I was like 15 years old. I got my hair cut, and I'm telling you, I look just like homie. People were saying it. I was like, I don't believe it. And I happened to Google it, and a picture of him popped up, and I was like, holy crap, I do kind of look like that dude. But then, after a while, I started growing out of it, and your
Look
boy
at you now, bro.
a lot more masculine, and your boy also he be looking sweet, bro. You can't lie.
Robin.
You know your boy looking sweet, baby.
Love you, buddy.
Ralph Macchio in the flesh. Don't make me karate kick you right now.
No, Robin, I feel like after the show, man, after the show's over, I'm gonna get up out of my seat and I'm gonna come give you a big hug, my friend.
Please do, because right now I'm almost. I just drank a Coca-Cola, the caffeine,
And a Red Bull.
and a Red
And
Bull,
you had coffee.
and I had coffee, and I'm about to pee myself. That's what's about to happen.
All right. Let's move on to some specific coin news. Cardano Network surpasses $30 million transactions as the total value locked reaches new highs. The ADA network has now processed over 30 million transactions in a milestone that comes shortly after the number of smart contracts on the network went over 1,000 for the first time. Notably, in the first 8 days of this month, the Cardano blockchain has seen its number of transactions grow by nearly 900,000. You might be wondering, well, why the hell is the price moving? Robin, would you care to answer that question? All this is happening, total value locked, most amount of coins staked out of every single smart contract platform project. Developers are going to Cardano. Everything is why is the price not moving? What would be your guess? At the end of the day, we don't know the real reason why,
Okay.
but we can make educated guesses.
Let me tell you what's going on here. Let me tell you what's going on with Cardano. Cardano is what is the number? Where is it at on the CoinMarketCap list?
7.
Number 7. It's a top 10 project. Tons of money are in it. We all know how passionate the community for Cardano is. People are heavily invested in Cardano. The people that are trying to make short-term money, there was so much hype behind Cardano. Tons of money flowed into it, and people were not patient. And the people trying to make a quick buck exited the position. And the people that exited are slowly being replaced by the people that are long-term holders. And that's where we're at right now. The short-term money or the short-term investor is not looking at Cardano. So you're not seeing that big FOMO push that's pushing up the price.
So
What you're seeing is what we're seeing here is natural growth. You don't kid yourself. Just over a year ago, we were sitting at probably about 12 cents.
Yeah.
Maybe 15 cents.
What price did you get in?
I got most of my Cardano under 60 cents.
Nice.
So I think that was actually probably about 1 year ago. No, not quite. So, anyways, big run up. And then people were trying to get some gains after the fact. And all of those short-term investors have left.
They're just not patient. Like, and here's the one problem with crypto, right? You hear about your friends, uncles, cousins, sisters, brother, who invested $500 into this new coin, and then 2 days later cashed out 25 grand. And people think that's the norm in our space. It is not the norm. 9.9 times out of 10, you will lose almost all your money.
So,
and people refuse to be patient. You have a project like Cardano, extremely solid, zero issues,
great roadmap.
great team, great roadmap. Everything they're doing is amazing. And you literally can't just be patient for 2-3 years and just hold your coins.
And then one thing that really sets Cardano apart from the other big layer ones is that they have Charles Hoskinson, which is very outspoken. He's
funny too, dude.
He's a funny dude. Yeah. And, a lot of, he has created his own community.
Yeah.
So as much as I love the technology, as much as I love the partnerships, as much as I love their roadmap and their philosophy of building a quality product, you can't ignore the fact that the CEO of IOHK, the founder of Cardano, Charles Hoskinson, you can't dispute the fact that man's got some pull. Like, that man has got a big community himself. And so he has something the other chains don't. What does Polkadot have or what does Cardano have that Polkadot doesn't? Essentially, it's an advertiser. It's a spokesman. It's a CEO that never shuts up about his project in a good way. And so that is one of the key things that I recognize. He's a very polarizing person. Not to mention the chain itself is badass. So chain itself is badass. Got somebody really cool behind it, hyping it up, and they're doing everything right. So, you know what?
And they're not your typical layer one who's just trying to launch a stable coin and just trying to launch a DEX. They're literally going to an entire continent, and their plan is to put every country's government on that continent, which is Africa, on their blockchain.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen overnight. Okay? It doesn't happen overnight. Be patient.
I do like the idea. Maybe it is essentially a money grab, or I don't want to say money grab, but maybe it's more financially driven than it is driven by emotion. But helping out the unbanked people, their philosophy, it's really cool, man.
Oh,
there's tons of people that have no access to financial services, no bank accounts. They have their money saved up, stored under a mattress or in some fraudulent bank account or whatever it is. And the fact that they're empowering these people and giving them the technology to custody their own money, to take out loans, and that's kind of the premise behind Cardano. And I can only assume they're doing it for all the right reasons. But even if they're not, it's still the return for that process is that they're banking the unbanked. And they're giving power to people that don't have it. So regardless of their intentions, it's just badass. I love it, man. I love the project. Everything about it just makes sense. Everything about it makes sense. So I'm super bullish on Cardano. Super bullish on Cardano, man. Love it.
Well, okay, so what's your price prediction for Cardano? Let's say.
And Leo, welcome to the chat. We actually have Leo here. Not
Leo.
Leon, but Leo.
Oh. So your wish came true.
That's right.
So, same time.
Have we had Leo in here before?
I don't think so.
Hola, Leo. Welcome to the party. I don't think I've seen Leo. So
yeah, welcome, Leo. All right. So here's my question. All right, I'm not going to put a date. I'm going to say when we are back in another bull market, at the height of that bull market, what price will Cardano reach, in your opinion?
Now, when you say height of the bull market,
the top.
Where's so if you want a price target on Cardano, I need a price target on where Bitcoin is.
Bitcoin. Let's go with our boy Architect. Let's say his prediction is correct. $93,100.
$93,000 Bitcoin all-time high. And when is that happening?
That's happening
within a year.
Let's say by the end of the year.
By the end of the year. So end of the year.
Hypothetically speaking.
I still think Cardano will be at $3.
Really?
They're a
think
slow.
Cardano
They're a
can-
slow mover, and people are impatient, man.
You think Cardano could ever get to $40?
40?
Yeah.
Not in the next 5 years.
That'd be a 40x.
Not in the next 5 years. No.
Do you think it eventually can?
I think so. I truly believe Cardano is more similarly compared to Apple as far as their innovation, their research, the development, the head figure. Like you take Steve Jobs, very comparable as far as a polarizing figure with Charles Hoskinson. Even though Steve Jobs was kind of quirky and a little put off, Charles Hoskinson seems a little bit more engaging, a little bit more friendly, very opinionated. But yeah, I mean, I could see a $40. I mean, if you're going out 10 years, then sure, $40. Yeah, why not? But anything less
What's going to happen first, Robin? Cardano $100 or Shiba Inu $1?
Oh, you already know that answer. Get out of here. 3 away from opening up club. Let's get three more people in here. If you got an extra iPad laying around, go ahead, turn that thing on. You know.
We don't want to open up a fake party.
Yeah,
We
you're
want to
right.
open up a real party.
Okay, you're right.
A real Vegas party.
You're right.
And one of these days, we are going to have the Jubilee girls from the Bally's literally waltz in here as we open up the club for you guys and just leave. We'll pay them a
Oh
few
yeah.
$100.
Or how about we get like some of the sparkler glow stick girls from the club? So if you've never had bottle service in Las Vegas, if you go to a nightclub here in Las Vegas, and you were fortunate enough to drop $10,000
On a bottle of water.
on a booth and get a bottle of vodka, you know it's an expensive bottle of vodka, $10,000 bottle. Would you ever spend $10,000 on a bottle of vodka?
No, I don't give a.
Anyways,
You must.
you
be-
order this bottle. Now, you would say to yourself, what do I get for $10,000? Not only do you get the bottle, but you get an
Sparklers.
escort. You get an escort of highly attractive women dressed up with glow sticks, sparklers, fireworks, noise bells, and signs, and all kinds of stuff. And then they bring the bottle to your table, and then they leave.
Architect
they leave you a
says
bill.
$7 this year.
$7, huh?
$7 this year.
That's his guesstimate here.
All right, my dude. Write that down too. We got
It's
his
possible.
Ethereum, his Bitcoin.
It's possible. I mean, Cardano went from 5 cents to over $1. Now times are different. You know, obviously they got a lot higher market cap, so it takes a lot more money to move it
Yeah.
that much. But possible. I can see it. 2 away from opening
I
up
would
the
love
club, baby.
to see it. Architect, I hope you're right. Because if you're right, we're bringing you on the show.
That's
All
right.
right.
We said 20, right?
21.
21. 2 more people. 2 away.
All right. Very last article we're going to talk about.
21, baby.
We're at 21.
We at 21.
All right.
We at 21. Open up the club,
Open
baby.
up the club.
Open up the club.
But I wanted to go directly on Robin. I want-
That was terrible.
That was horrible. You can't bring your better dance moves in the beginning, and then when we open up the club, you're over here like, you want to play rock paper?
Hey, man, I'm telling you.
22.
So yeah, welcome. Thank you for joining us. If you are new to the channel, we are an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel. When we reach a certain milestone as far as viewers in the chat, we open up the club. We have a little Vegas party. So we appreciate all of you joining us. If it's your first time here, do us a favor, subscribe if you like the content, like the video if you like the content. And where were we at? We got one more article, right?
Yes, real quick. Architect said we should have the top 5 coins kind of trending as like a ticker on our stream.
You know what? We have done it before. First of all, it's a pain in the butt, man. You know, we don't have the huge team here to do a lot of the software tech stuff, but very hard to integrate the ticker into our streaming software. It's a little bit more in-house versus like it's not as easy to use as like say OBS Streamlabs or something. But
Yeah. But
we tried.
If we come across a way to do it, then 100%.
Yeah.
We are definitely open to doing that. So thank you for the feedback, my friend. Let's move on to our very last article we're going to talk about today. Terra Luna. Terra scores groundbreaking partnership with the Washington Nationals of the Major League Baseball, which I don't know who the hell still watches baseball. Do you watch baseball?
You know, I like the playoffs.
Okay, so you don't watch baseball.
Playoff baseball is really good.
That doesn't count as watching baseball. Donnie, do you watch baseball?
No, sir.
No. Chat, put it 1 if you watch baseball.
You know what? It is America's pastime, and you sound very you sound very un-American here. I will say that. You know, eventually when we open up ballpark here in Las Vegas, we are in talks with bringing the
another Oakland team, bro. Another Oakland team. Man, come on with the Oakland teams, dude. I'm sick and tired.
I will. We will
Raiders
take
fans
any
are
sports franchise.
No, we won't.
Here in Las Vegas, we'll take all of you. We'll adopt all of you. You come in here. We'll fill up the stadiums. We ain't got no problem with that. We got tons of tourists. We're going to put some butts in the seats. And then we're super passionate. Your boy right here, he's passionate. I used to be a fan of another team. I'm not going to put the name out there, but now I've transitioned over. I am officially a Raiders fan.
I'll say the name, Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, that's right. I still got love for Carolina Panthers. Carolina. No, I'm not throwing any shade to you. Cam Newton just broke my heart way too many times. And now we got a local team. We got Las Vegas.
They went from bad to worse.
Hey, man, we made it to the playoffs.
Good decisions.
Made it to the playoffs.
All right, let's pull the article back up. The Washington Nationals baseball team has inked a groundbreaking 5-year partnership with public blockchain protocol Terra Luna. The $40 million sponsorship was funded with the help of Terra Community Treasury, which manages roughly $2.7 billion in the form of a decentralized autonomous organization, a.k.a. a DAO. The community voted in favor of the proposal by a large margin, which marked the first ever deal between a sports franchise and a DAO. Terra has managed to secure a partnership despite the fact that it is in hot water with the U.S. SEC. If you don't remember, let me remind you. The founder of Terra Luna, something Quan, Jaquan? Do Quan.
Jaquan? Did you say Jaquan?
Yeah, Ghostface Killer. Do Quan. He was at a conference. He was at a crypto or a Bitcoin conference. At the conference, they subpoena him. They literally bring in papers and subpoena him at the conference. And he flipped his middle finger to them. He is suing them. So that's what's going on with the SEC and that. But, Robin, will you embark on how massive it is for a professional sports team to make a contract with a DAO of a project?
I mean, what else has to be said other than a deal was struck by the people? So every partnership that I can possibly think of that it includes a major franchise is always done by one person, one CEO, or a team of people, or board member, or a bunch of lawyers. However, this wasn't done that way. This was proposed to the holders. This was proposed to the people of the project. And they decided, hey, this is a good idea. Hey, we want to do this. Hey, we want to invest. And you know what? They have over $6 billion in their treasury. So this isn't their first partnership. They only spent $40 million for this partnership.
Smart.
And this is the first step. It goes to show you the power of the people. And so I'm excited to see what's next. You also have did you mention the clubhouse thing, change the name?
No.
So they're also the club that's right behind home plate. It's going to be called the Terra Club. So you got a little bit more naming rights in there as well. But I'm excited to see.
Here. As part of the multi-year partnership, Posh Club located directly behind the home plate will change its name to the Terra Club.
Yeah. And I can see them using the Terra blockchain to facilitate payments. They're big into the stablecoin dollar or the stablecoin, the UST. And so they're set up to as a payment infrastructure almost.
Yeah.
So I could see them accepting crypto payments and at the ballpark.
That'd be amazing.
I mean, it would make sense, right?
Absolutely. And it's in Washington. Right?
Yeah.
Capitol Hill, baby.
I'm telling you, man, that's the way to do it, man.
Smart.
That's the way to do it. That's why I remember we had an
You think it
article.
was on purpose? They like specifically went after the Washington team.
That's what I'm telling you, man. You
Backyard?
do it in the backyard of the politicians. So that way, when they're driving to work and they see it, they see
All
the
time.
advertisement.
They go to the game. Sir, would
They
you
go to
like
the
to
ga-
pay in U.S. dollar or cryptocurrency?
Yeah, or you're a politician. You have that VIP treatment. And where do you hang out when you go to watch the game? You go to the VIP lounge, which is the Terra Lounge.
Yeah.
So how can you hang out there? How can you hang out in the Terra Lounge and then go to work and then throw shade at them?
Pass bills that don't make sense.
Yeah, nah.
I mean, we're hoping here. But you never know with our government officials. Anyways, we are done with talking points. Allow us to move on to our next segment, the market analysis. All right, we got the gecko pulled up here. Speaking of geckos, did I tell you guys I have a bearded dragon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have Bitcoin. We are officially down over the last 24 hours.
Ah, we're having a pullback.
0.2%. So the entire market is down 1.8%. I'm assuming it has something to do with the inflation. Numbers that came
You know
out.
what I'm assuming
What's up?
is that if Coin Gecko says we're down 1%, what do you think Coin Market Cap is saying?
Let us find
we're
out.
down like 200%.
15%.
Get out of here, man! I'm telling you, we stopped using Coin Market
Okay.
Cap here because their
This
numbers.
cannot be real, man.
Look, okay,
So Bitcoin is
okay. How much? Okay, so if Bitcoin is 40% of the market and Ethereum is 20% of the market, mathematically speaking, if the two of them are down 0 and 3%, then mathematically speaking, there's no way possible that the entire market is down 15%.
Well, the only thing that comes in my mind is CMC has more coins listed that they track.
No, but what I'm saying is market cap. It doesn't. You know what I mean?
So
Like
the market.
so, you gotta take in
1.7,
weighted
2.1.
weighted assets. So Bitcoin and Ethereum
I hate CoinMarketCap.
take up the most of the market cap. It's kind of like the same with the S&P 500. S&P 500, the largest company in the largest company in Nasdaq is Apple. So when Apple,
I thought it was Facebook.
not in the Nasdaq.
Okay.
So when Apple came out and said that they had a lot of gains, they had a lot of green, all of a sudden the entire Nasdaq shot up for the simple fact that Apple, which is the largest company in the Nasdaq portfolio, which holds the most weight, they went up on their own. So I see he's over here trying to fact check me.
right.
Oh, boom! Look, you're wrong, David. You're wrong.
I am wrong. I'm totally wrong. It's Apple, then Microsoft, then Amazon, then Tesla. So Facebook isn't even in the top 5 or in the top. Let's look at it. I'm curious now. You got Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, Tesla, Google twice. Dude, shit. You have a company twice, the same company twice in the top 10 of the Nasdaq. That's insane. And then there you go. Meta's number 8.
They just
Oh, look, you're PepsiCo.
oh yeah, crystal clear Pepsi, baby.
So pretty interesting. Figured out a fact check, Robin. Prove that he was right this time. All right. We have Ethereum holding steady. Actually, not holding steady. Down 4%. Again, I am wrong. So we're at 31.26.
1.2%.
Oh, that's on the hour.
Oh, we have
So-
an hour
so-
chart here.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
there
Gecko
we go.
shows hour, 24, and then 7 day.
Ah, nice.
And then we have Binance Coin. That one is down 1.4%. Literally everything turned green from the time we started the show
Green,
to
you mean,
now.
you mean red?
I mean, sorry, everything turned from green to red. In a matter of an hour and 9 minutes, we are down. Sell your crypto. Sell it all. Liquidate. I'm just kidding.
do not listen to him.
don't.
Not financial advice. Do not sell. Hodl on, baby.
Hodl on.
Now, do keep in mind with the stocks taking a dive today, with the inflation numbers taking a dive, being larger than expected, it would not surprise me in the slightest if throughout the day, in the afternoon, and even the weekend, that we might get a big retracement or a big pullback.
You know
I
what?
could see us hitting 40,000, 41,000. So
I'm happy you said that. You know why, Robin?
why was that?
Because last Friday, when you said, I think it's going to be a bloody weekend, I did the opposite.
Yeah, well,
if you're
as
saying
I
the
mentioned,
same-
Apple had their Q4 report, huge,
Yeah.
huge news, very bullish. And what happened? The Nasdaq shot up,
Yeah.
and then it brought crypto with us. And now we're getting to the end of the week. Nasdaq is down, so automatically, my brain's turning here. Nasdaq's down.
If we can look into Robin's brain right now, we would see 3 hamsters and 2 wheels.
That's right. That's right.
Running circles around each other. And then kind of rounding out the top 10 real quick, just to highlight, Terra Luna is out of the top 10, supplanted by one and only Avalanche. I am a huge Avalanche fan. We did a deep dive on Avalanche. Go check it out if you want to learn more about the project. XRP is still up 41% over the last 7 days, and I'm going to do some TA on XRP here in a second. And then Cardano sitting at $1.17, Solana $108, and then Polkadot holding steady above $20. I actually picked up some more Polkadot yesterday. Staking it on Kraken, 12% interest, baby. Let's go. And then Terra, Doge, and then SHIB still up 51% over the last 7 days. So pretty big. All right, let's look at some charts. So this is the XRP chart I have pulled up here. So I drew 2 trend lines. So the first one was prior resistance, which was a key level at 79 cents, which we have broken and stayed above. You can see here we are
Bounced right off of that thing, huh?
It did. So we are currently, we broke it, we stayed above, which is what's most important. So we'll probably touch the 79 cents again. And then the next leg up is going to be right here, right at $1. If we stay above 79 cents, 80 cents, and then we hit $1 and stay above, I
I
believe.
think we're gonna reject right off the dollar mark.
You think we'll reject? Probably. But here's the thing. If we reject off the dollar top, or we reject off the dollar, we would come back right here to 79 cents. Next time we touch, we're probably blowing right past it. Because the more times you tap resistance, the bigger the breakout's going to be. So
if you double tap it, if you double tap the top and bottom, bull flag, baby. I mean, that's the technical term.
I just thought it was funny the way you said it.
Bull flag, baby.
So, yeah, some price targets. So, if it does come back to this 80 cents, we'll see if it holds support or not. But if it breaks under, then not very bullish. But as of right now, to me, this is bullish. And then the other thing I want to show you guys, I have the Bitcoin weekly chart pulled up. So our next price target here, I think for us to say Bitcoin is back, we are in another bull market, we got to cross over and stay over 52.5. And again, this is extremely macro. This is the 1 week chart for Bitcoin. We are currently have 3 weeks in a row with red candles. So it looks like we're bottoming out right around 32,000. And in this 30 to 32,000 range, you can see we've been here quite a few times. So extremely strong support. We'll see what happens when we get to this 52. Will we get rejected, or will we blow right past, and then our next leg up will be close to the $78,000 to $80,000.
And if there's any projects you want us to take a peek at, just drop it in the chat. Or if there's any questions on entry, exit positions, or long-term hodls.
Yes. All right. I want to look at the biggest gainers and the biggest losers in the top 100. Left side, you're going to see all your biggest gainers. We have Theta Network up 17.5% over the last 20.
What's going on with Theta? Did we miss some news on Theta? Or is it just people just...
Let's find out.
Just their turn to pump?
Let us find out. Enter the era of decentralized video streaming with Theta Network. Oh, that was 9 days ago. So no, nothing breaking. Just people are using it more and people are buying the token. And then next, I'm going to pull up top 100 here again. We have Celsius up 5%. Then everything else is pretty much between 1 and 5%. You have Theta Fuel, Secret, Audius, Crypto.com. And then here on the right side are the biggest losers. You have Arweave down almost 9%. Leo down 8%. It should go to 0, hopefully, unless you're invested in it.
Yeah, well, supposedly they're going to burn $3.6 billion. No, 80% of 3.6. So
value in token.
Yeah, like they're gonna supposed to burn $3 billion worth of Leo token.
Absolute BS.
With the return of the stolen Bitcoin, which that
you know what?
doesn't
This
sound
is
like some shady
you know
practice.
You know what I just realized, man? Both of my picks for the blockchain parlay are in the biggest losers, man. Yearn Finance, what the hell, bro? Down 7% and then Compound down 7%.
I had Mina Protocol and I had
Solana's down 6%. Remember, this is over the day.
What's Mina Protocol and OMG looking like?
Okay, let's take a look.
If you are not familiar, on Fridays we do our blockchain parlay. So if you had a chance to visit us last Friday and you put your 2 picks in out of the top 100, and you want to...
Mina down 6, OMG down 5. So you are currently negative 5.5%. Well, that's the daily. We had a question in the chat, Robin. Someone wants to know, what does XRP do?
It's a payment infrastructure transaction system, basically. So think of Visa, and also think of wire transfers from one bank to the other. Essentially, you take those two kind of infrastructure payment rails and you apply cryptocurrency to it. So it's a communication channel from banks between one another, and it's also a communication channel for institutions to communicate with banks and people to communicate with institutions. That's all.
DFib wants Ethereum and Anchor.
He wants me to check on the price?
Yep.
I think that's probably his picks.
Oh,
From,
his picks.
Yeah, I'm assuming so. We won't go too
Yeah.
far in depth into people's picks. Stay tuned for tomorrow.
Yes.
See who the winner.
Listen,
blockchain
we're literally giving away. Okay, should I give away Cardano or should I give away Algorand?
Algo.
Algorand?
Algo? Yeah.
Algorand? You guys down for some Algorand?
Let's do it.
Y'all want Algorand? Put a 1 in the chat if you want Algorand. Put a 2 in the chat if you want Cardano. 1 Algorand, 2 Cardano. That'll be the giveaway. Not sure how much. Depends on how I feel in the morning. If I wake up, Robin's nice to me. He brings me into the studio, makes me coffee, gives me a handshake and a hug. $50. If he comes in, he's grouchy, doesn't drink his coffee, then maybe like $30. So we'll see. So if you come out and you see it's $30, you can blame Robin. If it's $50, you can thank Robin. So Robin, what's it going to be, my friend? Are people going to be thanking you, or are people going to be not thanking you?
You know, I bring the juice every day, but I don't understand why I need to cater to you. Like, you gotta put your feet up. I gotta massage your feet or something.
No massages.
Like, get out of here.
No massages, man. I'm a very easy man.
You know what? You
just want a warm hello.
You want to be coddled and loved. You know, go talk to your wife.
I want a warm hello. I want some coffee. That's all I want, bro. Pretty simple. Anyways, tomorrow, Blockchain Parlay, we're giving away crypto, and as soon as we start figuring out what algo. I'm seeing a lot of algo.
Yeah.
Let's do
Algo it is.
All right. Algo it is. We're giving away Algorand for our Blockchain Parlay tomorrow. Robin, anything else you would like to go over? Any other charts you want to see? What are you thinking here, my friend?
I just want to say that be careful. I think every indicator is saying that we're due for a pullback. Now, Bitcoin will fool you. Bitcoin will make you think it's going to do one thing. However, the narrative has shifted amongst the community. Crypto's back. Shiba's back. Bitcoin to the moon. And generally, crypto markets tend to move in the opposite direction of what the sentiment is for the community. And right now, there's a lot of bullish tendencies for cryptocurrency. I do not believe we're going to have some major pullback. I don't think we're going to see $30,000 or $31,000 or even
What's your idea of
or even $38,000.
What's your idea of a major pullback? Like
$30,000.
30%? Give me a percent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, think about it. 30,000 right now or 31,000, you're talking 30% pullback.
Okay, so that's a major pullback.
That's a major
that's a big
pullback.
pullback.
That, I mean, 30%
For Bitcoin
is huge.
it is.
Yeah,
For Bitcoin, 100%
is huge. Now, this does happen regularly, so it's not like it's anything out of the ordinary. It's not like the streets are on fire, but at the same time, nobody wants to see a portfolio dip by 30%, unless you're trying to stack up more into your portfolio. So at that point, maybe you are excited. But just proceed with caution. All the indicators are saying that we might have a pullback, but I don't think it'll be anything drastic. So for me, I think we might go into the weekend testing this $40,000 support level. And other than that, I mean, who knows? Nobody knows what crypto is going to do.
Yeah.
And if you're watching some channel and they're throwing out guarantees and all this stuff, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. There's no, if they did, they would be not making YouTube channels. They'd be sitting on a yacht and sitting in Dubai or whatever. So
I like it.
oh, all right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching the channel. If you didn't already know, we do have merchandise set up. It's in the description below. So if you want to check out some of our gear, please go check it out. If you do pick up any of our merchandise, just send us a picture of yourself wearing the merchandise to our channel. We would love to see how it looks on you. And we will be back at 11 a.m. tomorrow, Vegas time. And we are very excited. We also do have some partnerships that we're in the works with. So the channel is growing. So we're really excited about that. Everybody,
What's happening next week, Robin? What time we start next week?
oh, and next week we'll be going live 30 minutes earlier. So starting Monday next week, 10:30
Vegas time.
Vegas time.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Blockchain Parlay. Bring your friends. Let's give away some crypto. Let's have some
Let's
fun.
get some free money, baby.
That's right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, guys.
Peace.